Countless runs are played, most vanish into shadow, unseen. But here, in this series, the hidden stories return. These are the Weekly Tales of Reverie. This tale begins with the Snow Queen, too cocky to care for her team, drunk on pride, chasing glory only for herself. She declared a new law of battle. No one shall stand together, no one shall aid another. Each must fight alone, and should they fall, no hand shall reach for them, only the cold return of the raven feather.
Is this really the way of a hero?
She seized her strongest talents, and the epic pirouette, a dance so deadly it erased all in her path. With icy fury, she carved her way through Act 1, every spin scattering foes like snow in a storm. But her ambition did not end there. She sought what none had dared, to reach level 6 in Act 1. And so her command became law. Each companion forced into solitude, each camp cleared alone, each life spent without rescue. Her selfishness spread like frost across the land, until even the quest cave was faced in silence, her alone within the darkness, while every ally fought their own battles without aid. Juliet arrived to help too late.
Snow Queen! We could face this together.
The Snow Queen had already conquered the cave, leaving only whispers of her icy triumph. Juliet could hardly believe this was the way, that selfishness and glory alone could define a hero, and yet the Snow Queen proved it, for now. Without hesitation, the Snow Queen seized the 7 league boots over the Tamatebako.
She'll regret ignoring the Tamatebako. I know it.
Power now, not later. That was her creed. With the 7 league boots laced to her feet, the Snow Queen became a force beyond reckoning. Whenever she struck with a move of power or a defensive twist, her dash seemed to awaken again, flowing endlessly, brushing past foes before they could react. When the next chest split open, 3 useless magical objects glimmered before her eyes. Had she chosen Tamatebako, she could have bent fate. Yet still she would not pause. She opened the grimoire of monsters to summon the stars of fate, hoping to change her destiny, dragging her allies into battle while the starfish stirred. Reckless, hungry, blind to risk, her path was already written in frost and folly. And yet, shock rippled through her as no stars were found. But still, she seized more power now, abandoning caution and patience alike. Juliet arrived first, rushing to aid the Snow Queen. But this time, the battle was far from over. Soon, the entire team appeared at the Mother Ghoul's lair. And yet, a question hung in the frozen air. Did they come chasing glory and the spoils for themselves? Or had they finally embraced the strength of unity, ready to fight as one, and fate itself mocked her choice? From the ghoul's corpse came the very Tamatebako she had spurned, as if reverie fed her greed, knowing it would only deepen her hunger. The Snow Queen forced her allies into the nightmare tumor, time that could have strengthened them. What could have built wealth or safety was sacrificed to her ambition. When they finished, reaching level 6 themselves, they began to believe in her ways.
Scarlet quietly to Juliet.
Even I am beginning to follow her ways.
Juliet shaking her head.
This is not the way we were taught, yet it works.
For they were so far ahead that even when the Tentacle Master Nightmare awoke, it was too weak to endure a single phase. The Snow Queen completed the Adder Stone, her speed now beyond measure. Yet her ambition knew no bounds. Act 2 began with her eyes set on a single prize, the dream crystals of Storm Island. Scarlet, concerned.
She's moving too fast. She doesn't wait for us.
Juliet, doubtful.
If we waited for the Hope Diamond and golden eggs, the crystals would shine brighter. But she won't.
But the Snow Queen cared not for caution. Faster than any could follow, she dashed through each camp. Claiming the dream crystals before her allies could gather their true worth. Gold and shards fell in her wake. The team endured, but unease grew.
Her selfishness spreads, yet we adapt.
I am most pleased to see you, my friend.
At last, the team confronted Abu Jin, guardian of the Hope Diamond. Together they prevailed. But when the treasures appeared, their value had already been lost.
Too late. The crystals are gone. I won't take it.
Nor I, it would only waste more.
The Snow Queen's haste had drained every crystal before the Hope Diamond could empower them. So Beowulf and the Snow Queen claimed the Hope Diamond, with 7 league boots laced tight and her epic pirouette spinning like a blizzard. The Snow Queen struck down every foe. Lightning tore the skies, winds howled, yet nothing stood against her. A legend was growing, cold, dazzling, unstoppable. But her allies felt the shadows already. The lessons unheeded, the price unpaid. The Snow Queen barely scraped enough shards to buy her last golden egg. And regret? None. With Storm Island cleared and 6 minutes still on the clock, the team spread across the broken shores, gathering dream shards from every forgotten corner, striving to recover what had been lost. They reached level 9, but the Snow Queen demanded every shard be spent to reach level 10. Beowulf stood with her, the others wavered. Her relentless selfishness had begun to fracture the team's trust. At last, the faceless master nightmare arose, a looming shadow of twisted forms and silent malice. Yet even this terror could not withstand their might. The Snow Queen's early power, combined with the team's tenacity, shattered the nightmare in record time. One swift phase, and it fell. As the dust settled, the team found themselves at level 10, a feat rarely seen in the history of Reverie, where level 8 was the standard. Once, the path through Reverie demanded patience, teamwork, and careful coordination. Camps were hard, requiring a united team to overcome. That difficulty was the soul of the game, making every victory hard-earned. But this run told a different story. The Snow Queen and Beowulf, greedy for power now, not later, took camps alone. The result of their early dominance was a team so powerful that they could rush keys and strike down bosses far earlier than expected. And instead of punishing such selfish play, the game rewarded it. What was once dangerous became trivial, not because of teamwork, but because the system now empowered early, solo snowballing. So what message does that send? Is coordination optional? Is selfish play stronger than unity? Heroes like Snow Queen and Beowulf no longer needed teamwork because the system rewarded greed and early dominance. Yes, it made the team powerful, but at what cost? Reverie had lost the tension and challenge that once defined it. The Snow Queen's hunger for power grew insatiable. She claimed the hungry grass, each healing orb feeding her fury and increasing her damage with every step. Alone, she tore through a camp, gathering magical objects while her allies struggled to keep pace. She completed Vajra, mastering the deadly path she had chosen. The wings were hers, and with the fast walker boots and adder stones already in her possession, she became a blur across the battlefield. No one could match her speed. Her goal was simple: reach each camp before anyone else. Beowulf moved alongside her, embracing her relentless pace, while the others struggled to catch up. The system itself rewarded their audacity. Whoever struck first cleared the camp, claimed the spoils, and carved their name into the damage record, a dominance that would echo until the very end.
Your presence, my lady.
And so they reached Baba Yaga. The Queen's snowstorm shattered her skulls in mere seconds, stripping the witch of her power. Together, the team crushed her as easily as if she were just another skull. Baba Yaga fell, but she did not forgive.
I have reclaimed what is mine.
The records told the tale. Snow Queen stood above all in damage, Beowulf close behind. Yet the Mother of Nightmares was not pleased. With her final breath, she cursed the Queen. "You seek to master these lands alone, Snow Queen? Then go and be alone. Greed feeds you, but greed shall hollow you. Your talents will wither, your gifts will fade. All the speed you stole, all the power you claimed, gone. You will walk Reverie empty, stripped of strength, as cold within as the frost you wield." If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know if you want to see more tales in this format. Your support helps me bring more legends to life, and of course we will still have our normal uploads.